I just couldn't figure out how that was ever gonna work, spending that much money up front for that mineral. For a long time, I think we thought salt blocks was as good as we could do, and then we've fed loose mineral. About anything you can think of, we've tried it. The old boss cows would stand there and eat it till it was gone like it was a Tootsie Roll and waste a lot of money on basically candy for those cows, and they wouldn't get anything out of it. I was scared of Rio for quite a while because of the cost of it, but the manure on the cattle changed almost as soon as they got onto it. Manure patties were way flatter, and we didn't have big old clumps that were sticking up all over. Kind of gross to talk about, and I mean, we had our pocket knives out looking through there for pieces of grain, and it's pretty easy to see that way less feed was getting wasted. I was feeding way over 30 pounds, maybe 35 pounds, and they still weren't happy. And that first winter, I got them down to 22 pounds of hay per day. I mean, it saved me close to 15 pounds of hay per day, and over the winter it added up to more than, it was 250, 300 tons of hay that saved me. Talking a couple $100 for hay, 225. I didn't believe that it would actually do that, and I kept feeding the hay, but they'd leave the hay, and pretty soon they're laying around in it, and so I just cut them back a little at a time. We saved enough hay. It felt like we got the mineral for free, basically, and the forage savings. So the cows slicked off and looked a lot better when we got on Rio. Cattle were way more content, but when I really noticed it is when we started calving, and the calves would get up and go and had a lot of vigor, and the health stayed better. I wasn't doctoring calves all winter. I cut down on my death loss. I cut down on my doctoring bill, my medicine bill, and I'm on a natural program. You don't doctor near as many cattle, and you put more cattle on the truck that are sold at a premium price for the natural programs. Rio's the Cadillac of mineral tubs, in my opinion. Seems like every other tub has got some kind of a shortcut or a trick to it, and there's no tricks with Rio. It's straight up good stuff. They do consume a little more at first, but it doesn't take long, and they regulate themselves, especially if you keep enough salt out in front of them. That's one of the things that sold me on Rio, was that the cows just didn't camp on it and lick on it until it was gone. They have a guy that come around and talked to me about it and made sure they weren't over consuming, which I was impressed. It wasn't just drop them off and we'll call you again when it's time for get your check. It was they came and made sure that it was doing what they said it was going to do. I just was impressed with the customer service of it. Well, I started putting it on everything. I mean, I've got it on my bulls, my replacement heifers, the young cows, the old cows, they've all got it. It's not just the feed savings, but the minerals are second to none. It's the best tub on the market out there for the quality of the minerals. I've had less pink eye, I've had less foot rot. I mean, it's got a lot of benefits. I feel like it makes me money on the feed savings. I get the mineral for free. It's put weight on my calves. It's put more red cows in my cow herd. It'll make you money if you trust the science behind it and try it.